There's over 3 minutes left on the clock, but remember, no score yet. There was no point played in the previous round.
Game on.
So far, I haven't seen anyone being picked off the break. This point even more important than the previous one because it could be a one-point decider here in this semi-final. Brutal Affliction enjoying some support. They tend to support each other, which is always good to see. A big exchange happening at the stake 50. Brutal Affliction player makes it to that three-quarter bunker. If just paint must have been whipping his eyelashes. Player called, both each. That's a fair exchange. Both of you are out of there. Brutal 3, X Factor, sorry. Brutal 3, sorry, having a play on that far side. On that brick 50. You can see I've been at this too long for 3 days. I'm running out of words, literally. Been a while, so paint's running out. I love if we have a 0-0 overtime. That would be ridiculous. Has that ever happened before in Mercy 4? Can you imagine it's happened in Mercy 2, a 0-0 overtime? If they keep that up, then they're probably going to go into a one-on-one as well, no point. But one can but only hope. Brutal Affliction not moving up yet. X Factor forcing an exchange. One down. He wears it past him. He's been cleared to play.
60 seconds.
It's interesting. The ref turned around and put the brutal player back in the bunker. Player has been called out now on X Factor. This looks like it could be Brutal's round. They need to move up now, though. They do drop a body. Now a Brutal start moving up. They need to work in unison though. Time is close, time is close. This is getting ridiculous actually. 30 seconds left. There's only the one X Factor player alive. He's in that temple bunker. This player here, Kriegler, needs to move up for Brutal. He's not. He needs to open up this angle. Time is 20 seconds. Something needs to happen or we're going into overtime. Kriegler has decided to move up. He's there. There's his pick off. Picks him off. There's 14 seconds. Brutal Affliction is going to move up. Brutal Affliction is going to do this. Time is tough. 7 seconds.
Ace.
Brutal Affliction do make it. They make it look very hard on themselves, though. They needed to move up. They were standing still. Time's not your friend. You need to cut those lanes. Open up the field. What's the argument? What's the tactic? You can't sit and wait. Waiting for point confirmation. Then you have your first finalist.
Point approved. Game time
Point
finished. Game finished.
approved. Brutal Affliction 3, your first finalist in Division 4. Absolutely crazy. It might have happened before, but I've never seen that before. Absolutely spectacular. Only 1 point separating the two. We now have Anaconda Patrol versus Suicide Squad. There you have over 4 minutes left to play. Absolutely crazy. We're stopping some time for the bunkers, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
take my hand and we'll go away to a different place. Float on air and we'll hide away. I'll be your escape. Look up and feel the shifting winds tossing us around again. Hold tight, you're ready to begin, and just levitate.
We are back live, your second semi-final. We need to figure
10
out a
seconds.
second finalist between Anaconda and Suicide Squad. They have swapped sides, so Suicide Squad on your screens now. Anaconda Patrol right to left. Let's see who
Game
brings
on.
it home. So far, haven't really seen anyone picked up off the break. Player is getting checked there on Suicide Squad. Cleared. Anaconda Patrol on screen now. Player taken out of that three-quarter brick. They are aware of that Dorito player on the far side. Now that three-quarter brick being used again. It's a long, long day. Sun's starting to drop a bit. Some curtains, some clouds are starting to roll in. I definitely think it is going to rain tonight. Let's hope it stays away. We were lucky already with the weather today. Oi, that 50 snake, get out of there, please, from Suicide Squad. It was supposed to rain this afternoon. We did get away with that. This also looks like it's going to be a bit of a game of attrition. Dorito, one player out. That bunker player picked up. And also the snake player picked up. This could be Suicide Squad here. Their point, only 3 minutes past, so they're definitely going to play another point. Play on that Dorito side, moving up. Seems to be the inaction often is a problem here in the D4. Sometimes you need to put your money where your mouth is and step up. And here's your buzzer. No buzzer.
Ace.
Yeah, Suicide Squad going to be pulling back a point here. Getting checked everywhere they need to get checked. Let's hope those pods are clean.
Point approved.
Point approved. That means Anaconda Patrol and Suicide Squad have to duke it out for another 2 minutes, 30 seconds to see who's going to be your next winner. We're going to take a quick breather as they get some more paint and get ready. Don't go anywhere. Coming at you live, Super Cup 2018. My name is Adam Zawada.
10 seconds.
There's your 10-second counter. Anaconda Patrol versus Suicide Squad. This is your second semi-final. This is the point that counts. This dictates your finals. Your final 5-man.
Game on.
Final 5-man games. Player called out on the break for Suicide Squad. This is close, ladies and gentlemen. Only over 2 minutes left to play. If this is tied up, it goes into overtime. Player picked up on the pod. You are out of there, sir. That's on the Suicide Squad. Out the snakes. Look how heavy that snake side is for Anaconda Patrol. They're not letting that happen again. They're loading it up. There's the Dorito 1 for Suicide Squad. Just shy of 2 minutes left to be played. How's this going to play out? There's a bit of inaction again. It seems a problem with the D4 leagues is the inability to know when to take a risk and push up a little bit. They're almost all anchor players wanting to sit back and throw paint down the lane. There is someone in that Dorito 1 if he can twist around it enough. They do know he's there. It's exactly the case here.
Towel. Towel. Towel.
Towel thrown in by Suicide Squad. So Anaconda go 2-1 up. Anaconda Patrol 2, Suicide Squad 1. They're swapping sides. A minute to defend, a minute to tie
10
it up.
seconds.
This dictates your finalists. This is who is going to be playing against Brutal Affliction 3.
Game on.
Quite defensive breaks out of the D4 teams here. This is a semi-final, so I understand they're a little nervous to push and take undue risks. Anaconda
60
Patrol lose
seconds.
their snake corner. 60 seconds left. Suicide Squad need to move up. One play immediately realizes that. Pushes into Dorito 4 on the far side. Getting checked by the ref. He is adjudged clear. He takes that opportunity to move up even further. Now Suicide Squad moving up. Anaconda Patrol moving up. Exchange on that far side. Suicide Squad moving up. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. If they can pick up 1 or 2 here, they can still pull back a 2-2 overtime game. $20 seconds. Someone needs to move up. Is there anyone even left on Anaconda Patrol? They need to run for that buzzer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Base.
Will there be a point here? Will it be confirmed? If it is, they come back for the 12 seconds.
Point approved.
Point approved. 2-2 Anaconda Patrol, Suicide Squad. Anaconda Patrol won't be happy with what they did there. They needed to keep them out. They could have been in the finals now. Suicide Squad will be glad. They think they're going to back themselves to force the overtime, which with 12 seconds on is probably going to be the case. I'm going to take a breather whilst the players do as well. We'll be back for those 12 seconds. Just no one. Mercy 2 always was done, if we're honest. Was it either 2-0 white march?
The prelims didn't go like this.
No.
Prelims was typically 2-0, 2-0, 2-0 all the time.
Is that charge though, Paul?
It's fine.
Because mine's literally going to take, I'm just going to grab 40%.
1 minute.
I'm on 57 with this one, and it's not my primary, so it's fine.
Okay. I'm literally grabbing 20% so that when I drive home after challenges, I don't get lost in this problems or an emergency, because driving on a Sunday night, lots of people patu.
Take my hand and we'll go away to a different place. Float on air and we'll hide away. I'll be your escape. Look up and feel the shifting wind tossing us around again.
12 seconds could be the difference between a final or
20
going
seconds.
home. Anaconda Patrol versus Suicide Squad. This is going to be big defensive breaks. I don't see either of them really risking it, to be honest. I think they're both going to play for overtime.
10 seconds.
Might be surprised, though.
Game on.
Player called out the 3-quarter break. We are going into overtime, ladies and gentlemen. As you can tell, I didn't commentate
Game
much
time
there
finished.
because I really didn't feel the need to be honest.
No points.
No point
Overtime.
there. Overtime, 2-2, Anaconda Patrol and Suicide Squad. We're going to take a quick breather whilst the teams get ready. Not much to say until the overtime kicks off.
We could run from Bolivia and let it burn, let it burn. You've gotta know nothing lasts forever.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Your second
20
overtime of the
seconds.
day. All happening in the Challengers divisions as well. Quite ridiculous to say. Not Challengers, sorry. Division 4, 5-man. Anaconda Patrol versus Suicide Squad.
10
Busy
seconds.
duking out for that final spot in the finals. Anaconda Patrol, left from right on your screen.
Game on.
Interesting. Player called off the break for Suicide Squad. Does eventually make the three-quarter brick on the snake side. Another player's been called. It's a yellow flag though. 1-2 off. This is the worst thing that could have happened to Anaconda Patrol. Not great at all. This puts the benefit of the doubt back in Suicide Squad, the obligation to lose it. They should have a one-gun advantage. Player getting checked on Anaconda Patrol. Player's been called out again on Anaconda Patrol. There's going to be an exchange there, but I think it's not going to be an even Stevens one. I think Suicide Squad lose a player. Anaconda Patrol keep theirs in field. Not much movement to talk about happening here. It is an overtime, so they're playing 5 minutes, so they will take their time. Paint's also obviously an issue at some stage or another. What's the plan, though? What's the tactics? How are they going to pull this off? It is dead still out there. It's almost as if they're waiting for bunkers to start moving. That Anaconda Patrol player moving up. Look at that. One covered, the other covered. It's okay, I could do a one-on-one. I mustn't talk too loudly. They could probably hear me in all this filter. There's a bit of action going. Anaconda Patrol player does poke his head out. He gets taken out. Now that Dorito 1 player. See, this is about opening up the field. If that Dorito 4 player had moved up, he could have opened it up and taken those players from the side. Now Suicide Squad moving up. Suicide Squad needs to move higher up, needs to cut him from the right. Work together. It's a 2-on-1 scenario, and that's exactly what happens, and he's finally out. There we go. Anaconda Patrol are eliminated. It looks like it's going to be a Suicide Squad final versus... I've lost my place now. Brutal Affliction 3. There we go.
Base.
We're obviously waiting on that point confirmation. So there you have it. Brutal Affliction 3 versus Anaconda Patrol. Suicide Squad. No, wow, I've confused this again. Suicide Squad will be playing Brutal Affliction 3. Then X
Point
Factor
approved.
will be
Game
playing
finished.
Anaconda Patrol. That is your semi-finals done. We are into your finals and third and fourth playoff. Exciting stuff here. Super Cup 2018 coming at you live. Sorry for the team confusion in those Mercy 2s. There's just so many teams turning over. You forget who's who in the zoo. We'll be right back, though, when the new teams are set up and ready to play off in your third and fourth playoffs and your first and second final. Field is safe. Bye for now.
take my hand and we'll go away to a different place. Float on air and we'll hide away. I'll be your escape. Look up and feel the shifting winds tossing us around again. Hold tight, get ready to begin and just levitate.
We are live and back. Your finals are up. We have Anaconda Patrol versus X Factor. Is your third and fourth playoff here. Anaconda Patrol breaking left from right. X Factor right from left. Anaconda Patrol pulled off. One player pulled there. Ref going in for a quick check. That was a cute little jump into that snake 50. He's been pulled out though. Wait for it. Oi, a little jump there. Very Cinderella ballet pirouette. This is your third and fourth playoff though. Interesting game this. Anaconda Patrol a little disappointed they're not in this final, but they're pushing through. We do have Suicide Squad and Brutal Affliction 3 in the final. That's a big, big game. X Factor has that Dorito 1 and Dorito corner on lockdown. They're moving a few players up now as well. This is your final D4 5-man challenger, D4 5-man set. I do apologize to everyone. I'm just bleh. Very bleh. A few bodies have dropped. No idea what the gun count is at the moment. There's that defensive line held by X Factor. Straight, not on those back bunkers, but they're definitely involved. Moving up into that three-quarter brick, the X Factor player. Player called. Even though they might be having a chat next to each other, the player was spotted and called from X Factor. Anaconda Patrol needs to make something happen here. X Factor on that far side on your screen now. Anaconda pulling into that snake one outside the cluster of snake. Definitely slowed down a little. They're about almost halfway through their first point of time, but it's about how this pans out. Let's see how it's done. Anaconda Patrol are starting to move up a little now, trying to make something happen. It's a big exchange on that far side, Brick 50 and Dorito. There's a yellow flag, though. There's a yellow flag on Anaconda Patrol. Oh, that was terrible. He got excited. He was expecting it on X Factor, and he's getting pulled in succession because of it. I don't think there's anyone left on Anaconda Patrol. This is X Factor's chance to move up. Time, it is a ticking. Not sure there's anyone left for Anaconda Patrol, but X Factor, there's the towel. Anaconda Patrol realizing. So X Factor goes 1-0 up on Anaconda Patrol. Just about 2.5 minutes left to play there. This next point's going to be a big, big one. If X Factor play the smart, play it right, they could win and they could go straight into a podium finish. But the final, this is the playoff. Brutal Affliction 3 versus Suicide Squad. This is for first and second, respectively, of D4 5-man. Let's see how this is done. I'm very curious to see how this will pan
20 seconds.
Both these squads have their own abilities and their own way of playing things. So let's see what happens.
10 seconds.
There's your 10-second counter. We'll see what happens. This is going to be an interesting game. Brutal breaking right to left. Suicide Squad left to right. A lot of paint, a lot of noise, a lot of action. Let's see how long this lasts. Suicide Squad loses their snake corner. As you can see, still the paint being a little more calm, not getting too excited. This is a 1-2 playoff though. Snake 50 for Kukurmur in Brutal Affliction 3. They're trying to open up the field. It's a good play. He did pick up a player for it. A lot of D4 teams do need to realize they need to try open the field. Otherwise, Kukumuru wears one in the face. Wear it, my son. That sounded crisp out here in the commentary booth. Brutal Affliction moving up steadily. They've got a brick 50, that 3/4 brick Dorito side, then the 3/4 brick Snake side. So they do have 3 players in a quite dominant field advantage, covering the field pretty well. Player getting checked on the far side is called out. So now Suicide Squad in a better position now, not as much of a disadvantage. I've got eyes only on 2. Is there a third Suicide Squad member? I don't think so. Time, but she is a ticking. Brutal deciding to move up a little. If they have that safety snake, they need to get him out there. They need that extra gun to open up the field. Brutal moving up, trying to force the exchange. He gets picked up for his efforts. Doesn't take a Suicide Squad member with him. Low scoring D4 final here so far. How about this? I'll talk when they move. They are both being patient. I'm not trying to be petty or facetious here whatsoever. They are being very patient, which is good to see. Sometimes guys get too excited and want to move too quickly. Bullets need to be kept on watch here. I'm not sure Brutal knows where these oaks are because they keep laying up the wrong bunker. Still 0-0 time. She is but a ticking. Brutal taking their time, as is Suicide Squad. There's no Doritos for... Everyone's on the near side of the field. Literally, the 3/4 brick is the deepest infield anyone is on both sides. He's moving open into that space. Does he get picked up? He does stay alive. Now Suicide Squad forces the interaction. He is pulled out. Doesn't spin either. But how does it go further? Did Suicide Squad pull this off?
Towel. Towel.
They did.
Towel.
The movement is life.
Point approved.
The second they move, they clear. Your third and fourth playoff,
30
Anaconda
seconds.
Patrol versus X Factors. Oh, my voice is sore. I think this might be my last set, actually, come to think about it. I have this
20
raw
seconds.
patch. Every word is just absolute agony. And I get them wrong, so I have to fix it, which hurts even more.
10 seconds. Game on.
On your screen, breaking right to left, is Anaconda Patrol. Down 1 point to X Factor. Over 2 minutes left to play. X Factor's going to want to sit back and hold this defensively. They've dropped one off the break. Not a good defensive tactic, getting shot in the face. We do know that Anaconda Patrol can take their time, sometimes to their own detriment as well. Will this be the case here? They're not afraid to move up when they feel they have the upper hand. They're holding that Maginot line defense technique is X Factor. They're holding on to that 1 point with everything they have. Their last grasp. Remember, this is for a podium finish, so it's not just for pride and bragging rights. Well, it is to a degree, but winning's winning. I see Anaconda's lost the player as well now. Now again, X Factor moved into the snake, got picked off for his efforts. Anaconda lose their three-quarter break. Seems like a one-for-one exchanges all the time across the field. But Anaconda's moving up. They've lost another player in the middle bunker. This is now
60 seconds.
where it gets tight. Not sure how many guns are left. It's not many. 60 seconds on the clock. X Factor on defense. He's moving across to the snake inside. He's got to be careful that Anaconda Patrol player is square of him on the Dorito side. This is about staying alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. Who's that? Tian van Brink, I believe. He's trying to pick up that Anaconda Patrol player there, and he's done exactly that. That's it. Well done and well played, X Factor. I don't believe it. Tian Brink picking up the last Anaconda player. 20 seconds left on the clock. He's going to walk. He's in no rush. He's more than happy and excited. They're going to take third place. Congratulations, X Factor. He's not hitting the buzzer. 10 seconds now. He might have a whack at it.
Base.
Good timing, actually, because he makes sure he doesn't force the next player on. So there we go. X Factor takes a podium finish, third place in your Division 4 5-man playoffs. Congrats to Anaconda taking fourth. They really played their hearts out to be there today. Very, very close games
Point
as well.
approved.
Nothing
Game
was
finished.
easy for them today. They really dug deep to be there, and they did it again and again and again and again. So congratulations to Anaconda Patrol. A bit of hard luck there, but hey, my heart goes out to you. Again, well done, X Factor. You deserve it.
30 seconds.
Field down Suicide Squad 10 and Brutal 3 for first and second.
20 seconds.
What this means now, though, we have Brutal 3 versus Suicide Squad. This is for 1 and 2. Suicide Squad leading. They will be breaking right to left.
10
Brutal
seconds.
Affliction 3 need to get involved here. One of these teams is guaranteed second place, but this is about first.
Game on.
Brutal Affliction breaking out. I've heard a call. I've heard a call. No flag, no call. So far, so good. Brutal showing a bit of uncharacteristic aggression there, I see. Suicide Squad's dropped the player, number 8. He's out. That's probably that call I heard. Brutal lose another player. Make that 2. 1 on Dorito, 1 in that snake corner. Can't get picked off from distance. This can't happen. Brutal moving up into the snake 50. This is some good movement from them, though. Good positivity to see. Even a point down. They want to take the fight to a Suicide Squad. He has picked up that break at the end. Just shy of 2 minutes left. That Dorito 1's getting involved there now. They tie it up. Might force the overtime. It's very, very close. If Suicide Squad is still alive, nobody's dropped since we last spoke of who was who in the zoo. That Suicide Squad member, Dorito 1, needs to stay alive. He can't get picked up. Needs to hold out. He's doing a good job of it so far.
60 seconds.
There's that 60-second Brutal immediately moving up. Oh, I'm going to wear this paint. Please don't make me wear it. They're keeping his head down well. There's going to be the exchange on the outside. Suicide Squad's not going to get the opportunity to hold this out. Brutal's going to run up. Well, don't touch the buzzer if I were you. Base is hit. Brutal Affliction after this point confirmation ties it up at 1 apiece. You'll see the point confirmation on your screen. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a 2-minute breather. Remember, they need to get more paint and breathe as well. My name is Adam Zawada, and I'll be right back.
Point approved. One minute.
The worst part is, this point's going to go overtime. 1-1, 47 seconds. D4, not a crisp man.
Timeout.
Maybe, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Sure.
1 minute.
Petrol station, buying the most expensive cigarettes they have. It's easy on your throat. Not cheap pocket cigarettes. Putting in fuel, washing my hands, driving. There's one of two places I'm going to. I'm either going home or I'm going to get laid. But like, chick digs me, so she'll TLC me home. And be like, I probably won't even sleep.
30 seconds.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We are back in action.
20 seconds.
It's 1-1, Suicide Squad versus Brutal Affliction. 47 seconds left on the clock. The only question is, are we looking at overtime?
10 seconds.
Or are we looking at a point right here and there? Are they going to play defensively or aggressively? Maybe we'll be surprised. That is the shock tactic at the moment. It makes sense to go for the overtime.
Game
Let's
on.
not get our hopes up. Brutal having a run. So Suicide Squad will snake 50 for Kukumur. He really enjoys that. Having a look if there's a hit. Suicide Squad, one dropped off the break. Kukumur didn't make it into his bunker. He's out. Brutal move a player straight into brick. So that's kill one. There's only about 30 seconds left on the clock. So unless someone magically gets struck 3 or 4 players at once with split bullets, it looks like it's going to be some overtime. There's an exchange on the 50. The Brutal Affliction player is still alive. Well played. Good exchange. As I don't see them a way of coming through and picking up. Unless he hits 2. I think he maybe took out that player. No, not quite. Looks like we have a final overtime. Big run.
Game time finished.
It was a nice idea, but it means overtime for Brutal Affliction and Suicide Squad to decide their next first and second placing. My name is Adam Zawada. What we're going
No
to do...
points. Overtime.
Remember, this is my last set for the day, and then I am away for the weekend. I am gone. I have done my job here at the SARPL Super Cup, coming at you live from the Emerald Casino and Resort. But remember, you're not done watching Super Cup. There's still some three-man coming up. That's going to be a lot of good fun to watch. Some some semis, and then still some playoffs, so to speak. The third and final for three-man squad. So there's still some more Super Cup action coming your way on the stream. We will create a new stream for that, but let's take a quick breather and talk when it matters, when overtime comes. We're back, ladies
10
and
seconds.
gentlemen. We have overtime. Suicide Squad versus Brutal 3. They're going to start the same sides they were. So Suicide Squad left to right, Brutal right to left. Remember, this is
Game
the
on.
final. This dictates who comes first and who comes second in D4. Big slide into Snake 1. It must be Kukumura again for Brutal. It is. Player called out, picked up on the pack. Here's the Brutal player. He needs to make himself skinny in that Snake. It's tough out there, ladies and gentlemen. Player getting checked now on Suicide Squad. Clear to play. Haven't seen a Suicide Squad player go down just yet, though. This is going to definitely be an overtime of attrition. After the original paint and burst, let's see, they've calmed down a bit already. So Brutal Affliction throwing a play on that Break 50. Then Suicide Squad moving one to Dorito 2 and Dorito 1 respectively. Brutal Affliction loses a play on the back bunker. This is exactly what Suicide Squad wants. It's good communication from that three-quarter break. That's 2 down for Brutal Affliction. Only got 1, 2, 3. Oh, Suicide Squad lose one now as well. That's 3 down on Brutal Affliction. They're 50 bricks out. The only 2 players left for Brutal Affliction is that three-quarter bunker. He's alive. He didn't get knocked there, and then that safety Snake. This is going to be a duke-off. Big duke-off. Suicide Squad on that far Dorito side need to get involved. He's throwing paint at nothing. There's the exchange. Brutal Affliction player goes down. Suicide Squad player stays alive. He moves into the wing 50. This looks like it's going to be a Suicide Squad win. There's that safety Snake for Brutal Affliction at the moment. Is it going to be enough, though? There's only the one guy. So the rest of Suicide Squad need to move up. At the moment, it's just the one player. It's just the one player. He's going to peek out. Here's the shot. Both of them alive, if barely. The other players need to move up and support here. You need to take him, rush him. Here's the exchange coming. There's no vision. He picks him up from behind. Suicide Squad will be your Division 4 winners. Let's hit that buzzer. They are going to check each other.
Ace.
Waiting on point confirmation. Congratulations, Suicide Squad. Winning it in overtime convincingly with 3 bodies still on the field. Just looked like Brutal Affliction turned off a little bit. Maybe it was fatigue. It's been a long day out in the sun here at Emerald Resort and Casino. It's been absolutely spectacular, though, hasn't it? What we must remember is there was still a 3rd and 4th playoff a while ago between X Factor and
Reverse point.
Anaconda
Game
Patrol.
finished.
Some big excitement for Suicide Squad. They are absolutely psyched, as they should be, over the moon. Congratulations to Suicide Squad winning the Division 4 Mercy 2 SARPL Super Cup. Really, really good stuff.
I pressed the approve, so it must have pushed out a big.
So, essentially...
No, I think it's
So,
must have
Suicide
done
Squad, your winners. Brutal Affliction taking second place. We also had some earlier finishes, which was Anaconda Patrol fourth and X Factor SA coming third. And that's your Division 4 SARPL. My name is Adam Zawada. I've been your commentator for the past 3 days. It has been an absolute pleasure, but I am out of here. It has been a wonderful weekend here at Emerald Resort. I hope you guys have had as much fun as I have. I hope if you've listened a lot to the show or to the stream, you don't feel the need to kill me just yet. I know I'm sick of hearing my own voice. I can imagine that you are as well. Let me know. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook. I always enjoy some support. My name is Adam Zawada. It has been an absolute pleasure, and I will see you next year in the new year. So Merry Christmas to you, your friends, and your family. It has been so much fun. Bye for now.